What's good, everybody? Shakur Stevenson finally finds an opponent. Edwin Santos. November 16th is going down. Good scrap right here. Just like it would have been a good scrap if it was Frank Martin. You feel me? This his second opponent. He fought him uh get right in the division. You know, you take a tune-up when you first get in the division. He passed with flying colors with Yoshino. He looks great at 135, stronger. Looks like a bigger puncher than before. And now he gets Edwin Santos. He gets to fight for the WBC title. And this is great for both guys because Shakur gets a good opponent, and Edwin Santos, he gets to get in the ring with the guy he's been calling out, religiously for over 6 months. You know what I mean? What's good, Just Do? But yeah, I knew Edwin would take the fight. I was shocked that Frank pulled out, but Edwin Santos, he's been talking that crap to Shakur. He said he's in the city. He showed video. He was in the city. And he's been keeping his name in his mouth more than the other champions like Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney. So I knew no way he would turn down this fight. Because if he did, nobody would want to see him again. You can't do all that. And then when this time comes, you just tuck your tail. Which I was getting a little worried for a bit because the Frank Martin fight fell apart a couple days ago. He wasn't tweeting and doing all that, but he was silent and he took the fight. And here we are. Shakur, he's just too sharp. I wouldn't pick against him right now. If he lose, I just have to be wrong. But Edwin will give him, some good rounds. Shakur Stevenson, he barely lose rounds to anybody. So if it's just another Shakur fight where he just dominate everything, I wouldn't be surprised. But Edwin Santos, he's got power in both hands, explosive, athletic. This one of his best opponents, as far as what he can do in the ring. And it's going to be good for his development. Shakur is still young, 24, 25. It's time to raise the competition. He always been willing to fight whoever or whatever, but you know how that goes. Both fighters got to be willing in order to get the fight. So I'm just glad that Shakur is not just stuck out in the wind with nobody to fight. Now we got something cooking. And he should get some good viewership for this fight. A decent amount of boxing fans know about Edwin Santos from his knockout of El Rayo. That's how he burst onto the scene. And he fought Joseph Adorno, where he showed that he could box, which I didn't really feel like he needed to do that because nobody thinks you're going to outbox Shakur Stevenson, win 7 rounds. But it's good to know that you can do that. And the lightweight division is rolling. Devin Haney's gone. Belt's finna be dropping. The winner of this fight should look to unify. Of course, call out Tank Davis afterwards, but you already know how that goes. Now, Frank Martin. New rumors on Frank Martin is that Derrick James was actually the one that pulled him out of the fight. Derrick James has a lot of fighters, and I can't lie. If he would have fought on November 16th, that would kind of be like conflicting with his other fighters They say Ryan should be fighting soon by the end of the year. Earl possibly could be fighting by the end of the year. So he doesn't, like you said in the Crawford press conference. He's the one training these guys. He don't have a team. Like how Bomac does with Bud, that a coach for every specific area, which I think he does need that. Because even Anthony Joshua, he might be fighting again by the end of the year. I mean, it's too close. Everybody gonna be in training camp at the same time and all that. And I heard Frank's mad about that. Frank might leave Derrick James. And in my opinion, I think he should. Because Derrick James, he's too much of a hot commodity. He's got too many. And those are just the fighters that we know. He probably has other lower level fighters like how all the other trainers do. Like, we only know them for the stars that they train, but they be having other fighters too. Like lower level fighters, and they have like young fighters who just starting off a boxing career. It's just too much. Just too much for Frank. And if Frank really is leaving Derrick James, you shouldn't just switch to a new trainer and jump right into a fight with Shakur Stevenson. That's suicide. So it's just too much. Frank built up his name over there. Maybe he should leave. I don't think it's a situation where like Frank just got all this recognition and now he just cutting off Derrick James, like being like flaw or whatever, but it's just too much going on over there, and he's the only guy training them. It's not going to help. And to be honest, assuming that Shakur gets past Edwin De Los Santos, shit, the fight might still be there for Frank Martin. If he really want it, you got to hurry up and get you a tune-up in by the end of the year. Because Shakur, especially if he looks too good against Edwin De Los Santos, he might not even have an opponent again. So you have an opportunity to step up and call him out and all that. Just probably, I mean, if you want to get back with your old trainers from Indiana, that's good. But, just get a new trainer, get a tune-up, and then you'll be ready. But yeah, that's a crazy rumor, though, if Derrick James really pulled him out of the fight. But I would see why. And it ain't no knock on Derrick James, but you just got too much going on. People need 2-month training camps. And by yourself, what you going to have? Earl in training camp, Ryan in training camp, Anthony Joshua in training camp, and Frank. You ain't going to have no time for Frank. So I kind of do believe this rumor. It's just a rumor. It's nothing facts yet. But we'll see, though. I just wanted to put my little input on these situations. I'm glad to see Shakur has a fight, and a good one. Credible opponent. Nobody can complain. Only the people that don't know Edwin De Los Santos is still complaining about that. Frank, you should just move on. But all right, though, y'all.